Hello and welcome back
Hey, Mommy.
to the Novelist. Unfortunately, I told it to continue, and I don't believe it remembers what we did, but oh well. Let's go read this letter. Honey, I'm sorry it's been so long since my last letter, but we've all been all over the place. Have you gotten settled into that big house yet? I hope getting away from everything has been a help for you and Dan. I'm writing because, speaking of getting away, your father and I are going to take a road trip. I found some good AARP deals, and with your father only working part-time, it wasn't very hard to arrange time off. It's been too long since our last trip. I've always enjoyed changes of scenery, and as you're hopefully leaving it can be just the same thing. And as you're hopefully learning it, it can be just the thing a marriage needs. Lord knows it's helped us. Oh god, this handwriting. It reminds me of so much of just normal people's handwriting. 1 minute, I'm just going to adjust the microphone. The trip won't take us close enough to the shore to come visit, I'm sorry to say. And if you write back, we'll be gone before your letter arrives. We'll call if one of our motels has long distance. But if we don't get a chance to call, send my love to Dan and Thomas. You know your father and I want the best for you all. Okay. So they want the best for us all, eh? Even me. Okay, so where are we going now? There's a new picture. Oh, look, it's Davy and Tommy. They've made a little fort. It's like a tent. Hup. There's a letter over there. I could probably get that. Let's go for it, let's go. Guy, probably not expecting to hear from me, were you? You know I'm all about surprises. Look, we're going to head up the coast next weekend. We'll drive from LA to Seattle. I have an interview up there on Tuesday, and Kelly has a friend who's going to introduce her to some casting people from Vancouver. Can we crash at your place on the way up? We should be pulling through next Friday. I was thinking we could use it as an excuse to jam on our books. I want to see your new stuff, and I have a draft I want you to take a look at. I'm way beyond knowing what's good or not with my work, so I could really use your advice. And you know, I'll give it straight about your new book. Is there a title yet? Could be an impromptu writer's workshop, I guess. Anyway, I think it'd be fun, let me know. Ah, well, that's not good. If we've got a friend coming to talk about the book, it'll make him obsessed with the book. We can't do anything with the car, so let's zoom over here. Oh, there's the dad. You've turned that light off, haven't you? Oh, you people with your light turning offness. Can I see the light from over here? No. How about over here? I could just about make out that big light. Can I get in it? No. Wait. Don't say you've turned off that big light. They turned off that big light. Oh god, I'm going to be stuck here forever. Into we go. We're in his memories. Okay, that's him there, writing.
Haven't had a drink on a weeknight in 2 weeks. Came up with a new slogan. Write sober, rewrite sober, rewrite sober. Hemingway it's not, but it's good to smooth things over with Linda and Tommy a bit. Gotta admit, I don't miss hangovers, but still, I do sometimes miss sitting down with a drink and a crazy idea.
Yeah, I like sitting down with a drink and a crazy idea, but it's not good for you, man. You're a writer. Unlike myself, who is, you know, a student, you have to actually be, you know, vigilant with everything you're doing. You have to actually care. Believe me, man, it's not a good way to go. Okay, so now we need to find his other memories. Here they are in bed.
Tommy? He can sleep with us.
Tommy can sleep with us, what? Okay. Possibly the weirdest one ever. Investigate clues you've already discovered. New. Bye. Okay, up here. Through here. Ah, here we go.
And what about?
I don't know, what about? Hope they're okay. Stop watching TV.
Just
Look, this
checked
light's
that
going.
one.
Is that
Oh! Why were you looking at
Another
me?
thing to do.
I'll figure it out later.
Really?
You just
Ooh.
checked that
Yesterday.
one.
He did, but maybe you should check it again. There we go. Haha, I'm inside you.
Checking to see if this is a fold-out.
I thought Tommy was sleeping with us.
Oh, I see. When the people come, where's Tommy going to sleep? Dan seems very adamant that Tommy should sleep in their room, yet she seems to want to put him in a fold-out, which is a bit weird. There she is. La 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 la.
I finally
Gotcha.
got through to Dan, at least a little. He said I was nagging him, so I showed him the pamphlets Dr. Walker gave me. He couldn't explain away science, though he did try. I could tell he didn't like it, but he signed up to run 2 days a week. I wish it was more, but I'll take what I can get.
Good. There's no point pushing him and pressuring him when he's already under a lot of stress. You're going to make it a lot worse if you carry on doing that, I'll tell you that much.
I'm gonna need to call.
Did someone just see me? No. Oh. Oh, Tommy. Ooh, there's a new picture of him and Davy. You like Davy, don't you? You seem to be having a lot of fun with him. I wish I could see Davy. Maybe Davy's an imaginary friend. That couch down there looks a bit weird from up here. Maybe it's just me. Tommy? Tommy, I'm scared. Oh, there you are. Don't scare me like that,
Can
Tommy.
Davy sleep over?
Let me call his mommy.
Wait. Davy's sleeping over, Dan's friend's sleeping over, and her mum and dad are away. Ah, look, he's happy with his daddy. He's like, oh, daddy's so cool. I like daddy. Daddy's awesome, yeah, he is. Unfortunately, kids, he's... Yeah. Just to point this out here, I've already decided what I'm doing, and, you won't like it, Tommy, because your dad is not... Oh, God, where can I go? There. Whew. Your dad is, not doing what you want him to. He's, going to be, doing his book. Stay up late? You can't stay up late. That's it, go on, walk on. There we go. Another picture of Davy and him. He wants to stay up late making a pillow
Hey,
fort, making a picture, everything. I talked to Davy's parents, and they're okay with him sleeping over. They said they'd take care of Tommy some weekend in return. I know the timing isn't great, but maybe we can work something out. Let's talk about it when you get up. Lynn. Okay.
Good news.
Nice bad timing.
Mom called today with a change of plans. They made better time on the first leg of the trip than they expected, and they're coming to visit. Bad news, they want to come this weekend. Did Dan tell Tynan they could stay here for sure, or is that still up in the air? I'll ask after dinner. She sounded cheerful enough on the phone, though I can't help wondering if they took this trip because they hit another rough patch. I hope not. I hope they just want to see Tommy and have a classic Mears family feast. Though, maybe seeing how they've ended up will be good perspective for Dan and me. Speaking of which, Dad better not get nosy. I've told him 1,000,000 times that my marriage is not his business. Maybe I'll try the thing Christine told me. When someone asks you something private, just say, "Why do you ask?" Put it back on them and see if they've actually got a reason to get into your business. Yeah, I've got to remember to try that. We'll see how he answers that one.
Well, it sounds like he's just wanting to be nosy. Mainly because, you know... There's no... Didn't want to bother you while you were working, but didn't want you to forget again. Been meaning to ask, have you found any ponds on your hikes, creeks? No? Rush? Just curious. He wants to go hang around at a creek. Meow. Yeah, you go in there. I'm off to go explore your office. Don't come out.
I took Tynan up on the book jam. He hasn't seen a word of my new book, and fresh eyes are priceless. He bailed me out on Tramer's Way. I hope he understands how much of that book worked because of him. I still remember when we were walking to the pond, and he had the idea about using newspaper clips and police reports. Of course, no matter how many times I tell interviewers it was his idea, they just keep giving me the credit. Maybe they just want the tidy auteur version. Oh well, can't change that. Let's just hope he has an idea for this one too. Freddie can't get here soon enough.
So she'll obviously want to spend time with her parents and want him to do it as well. But he'll want to spend time with Tyran? Is that his name? Tyran? Something like that. Which obviously means she won't be happy, and Tommy obviously wants Davy to come around. Now, there's a conflict of interest here. I just have to read everyone's thoughts now, apparently. Check those fishing poles. Maybe we could find a pond. So he wants to go hang around there. We can use the blue sheets to make a sofa fort. Blue sheets? Why do you want to make a sofa out of blue sheets? I don't really see a problem with him doing this. Why can I not go in there? Has she turned that light off? She bloody has. Ah, why? Why do you have the bathroom light on but not your light? Eh. Now I'm going to have to mess around for ages while you walk out of there, because I can't just walk in. You going to come out yet? There she is. Wasn't that ugly sweater Mum and Dad gave me so they could see me wearing it? Nah. Okay, so I'm thinking this is a good chance for him to get on his book. As much as I like you, Tommy, you could be second. Because he needs to get on with his book. Or they're going to be mad. Is anyone moving? No, okay. Go. Yep, these. Okay, let's try to encourage the father into going fishing with his friend. Oh, this is not good. When the night's there, there's no one sleeping downstairs, is there? I won't be caught down here, will I? No. Whew. The Diary of K. Williams, May 15, 1952. It is late, but I must record my thoughts. Perhaps it will help me make some sense of them. I should say thoughts, as there is only one thought in my mind. I look back but a week, and I see that when I arrived, my only thought was of Jay being gone. That sad thought has been replaced by another. What if I were gone as well? I feel regret in the simple writing of those words. If I am truthful, it is not a thought that has occurred to me before. I cannot be sure where it came from. It is almost as if it was put in place by something I do not understand. I must think of my family and their heartache. Our children have lost one parent. I could not bear to hurt them again. Though they are all grown up and have no practical need of me, yet I had no strictly practical need of Jay. And look at where that loss has left me. Perhaps I will venture into town tomorrow. Maybe some stranger, unknowing, will show me some kindness. Some small thing that plants a seed of hope. See, this is the thing that I always say. When you're thinking about kind of like you going, it's like you have to consider everyone cares about you. Even if you don't believe they do, someone somewhere will care about you and will be upset at hearing the news of you going. I mean, heck, even if it's someone you don't know, they could still care enough to actually care that you were gone. It's a terrible thing. But, I don't think I've ever had the thought. Right, anyway. Back onto a non-depressing note, let's look at the next diary. That's always depressing. Wash it twice and pick up some beer. Well, that sounds about right. Wait, are you getting drunk at the pond? Oh, maybe I should have done that. The Diary of K. Williams. I feel shame looking back on last night's entry, yet it does clarify the choices before me. I can walk to the cliff, close my eyes, lean forward, and be done. It would not be hard. Or I can find a path forward without Jay. I hold no hope that I will find another love in the autumn and winter of my life, but perhaps there is a peace to be found. I went into town this morning and stopped at the cafe. I sat at a sidewalk table and sipped coffee, watching people pass now and then as they live their lives. I will never think of the time in this house fondly. The circumstances made such a remembrance an impossibility, but I know that my time here has allowed me to part the fog that clouded my mind when I arrived. I know that there are two paths before me. All that is left is to choose. Oh God, this is getting more and more depressing as I go along. Well, let's hope Kay Williams does not kill herself or himself. Probably a herself. I'm gonna go out there and say herself because it seems like a herself. I don't think there's been any gender identification in there, has there? Right. So tell me what to me if I find these blue sheets. Where are these blue sheets, please? Are they in Tommy's room, perhaps? Yo, Tom, you got any blue sheets in here? How about these? No? How about this? Yes, sheets. Okay. Hopefully, the parents will not talk the wife out of leaving, because... Talk her out of leaving? Talk her into leaving. Get Dan to help clean up, run it past him. I'm sorry, Dan. There you go. This is what I believe should happen, Dan. I believe it will make sure that you get the inspiration you need for that book. Dan was too excited about getting Tynan's feedback to cancel the visit. He found the fishing poles were in great shape, and he and his friend hit it off like they'd seen each other yesterday. Linda told them that they could find a small pond in the woods, and their trip paid off not only in fresh fish for dinner, but in new ideas for their books as well. Yes, that's great! Inspiration. Here we go. Dan knew how important it was for Tommy to play with friends his age, so he grabbed the sheets and gave Tommy a few tips on the finer points of structural engineering and sofa fort construction. The extra house guests meant the boys had to keep their noise down and play quietly, which put a damper on some of their fun, but hey, at least they got to have some. Oh no. Linda never thought she'd be upset about not wearing the hideous sweater her parents had given her last Christmas, but she found herself eyeing it sadly when her mother called and Linda had to break the news. She had a hitch in her mother's voice that worried her. She tried to find out if her parents were okay, but her mother made a comment about how much the long-distance call cost and cut the conversation short. Oh. Something happened to her parents? Oh no. The funeral. Oh no. That night, Linda got a phone call. She's lost her dad. Oh.
Anne, I just got off the phone with Mom. She told me about Grandma Joe. I know we expected it sooner rather than later, but this is hitting me so much harder than when Granddad died last year. Do you remember going to Grandma Joe's house after school on Wednesdays and playing until Mom got off work? How Grandma Joe always had a surprise for us, even if it was just cookies in the oven. She'd always time it so the whole house would smell like them when we got there. I hope the minister captures those little moments because they don't seem as little now. I wish the circumstances were different, but it will still be good to see you at the funeral. What am I saying? You probably won't even get this until after the funeral. I guess I just needed to write anyway. Love, Linda.
In all fairness, it could have been much worse. I thought your dad had died, so I'm very sorry for that. That is a terrible thing to think, considering that it hadn't happened. Where can I go now? They've turned that light back on. Oh, come on, go, go, go! Call Paul first thing tomorrow morning. Any possible way to move it? Is this thing announced yet? Is what thing announced yet? What's that picture?
Hey, Dad.
My man.
Yeah, you speak up there. Oh, it's him with the astronaut. That must be from when he went on the vacation for the evening. You saw nothing. Ooh, is one of you coming here and one of you going in there? Oh, excellent. In we go. Straight in, no problem. We have got this down now. I'm fantastic at this now. Okay, over to the study. How's that book coming along, buddy? Oh, look at this. You've been making progress, haven't you? Is that because of the pond? It was worth it, wasn't it? No, you gotta go to the funeral now.
Tynan and Kelly left this morning. I wish they could have stayed a little longer, but it was great having them. It felt just like college again. Fishing, having a few beers, talking about how we're going to conquer the world. Working through some issues on his book even gave me an idea for how to fix the logjam in Act 2. Funny how creativity works sometimes. I've got to remember to put him in the acknowledgements.
Having a few beers. He has some kind of deep-seated desire for everything to be like college again. It's kind of worrying. Like, you know, he can't function in adult world. But maybe it's just because he's very stressed. He wants to go back to what he was before. Oh, dear. This art seems to get more and more depressing as time goes along. I'm getting slightly worried. Because if you think about it, she mentioned this being like a cage. There's a bird in a cage. This here is probably isolation. And I don't know what this is. I imagine it's the funeral. It's morning, isn't it? Anyway, where's that ring coming from? Upstairs. No, kitchen. Is it the kitchen? I think it might be the kitchen.
Lynn,
Yeah.
I'm so sorry. Tell me what I can do.
Oh, no.
Just be here for me.
Hey, Mom.
It's sad to lose
Hi,
someone in
honey.
your life.
I got
Hi.
It's been so long.
I'm inside. Oh, this is very risky with the kid being so close.
Mom tried to hide it, but I can tell when she's disappointed. I hate that they couldn't come, especially after they tried so hard to make time. Maybe if she'd called before they changed plans, it would have gone smoother. It's impossible not to think about the rough patches Mom and Dad hit without thinking about Dan and me. I should bring that up to him and see what he says. He's mentioned their history before. I'd love to hear his answer when I make the comparison. Can he talk his way out of that one?
You seem to have some kind of real negative problem with him. I'm not sure that you two are right for each other. I know that every couple has issues and everything, but she seems to really be upset with him. Like, constantly, anything he does, like, she's really upset. You just saw him on the kitchen floor with her, hugging her, asking if there's anything he could do, and yet she's sat here saying now that she's thinking about telling him and so. She's like, oh, there's her crying. Fantastic.
Hey, Mom.
I'm sorry. Hi, honey. How you doing?
Oh, I got all three straight away. I need to look for the clues after this. Oh, we must be in the den? Yeah. Yum.
Is she in heaven?
I'm sure she is, honey.
Oh, God, the child's asking questions. That's always the worst part of losing someone. Kids who don't understand. She's happy with his dad, though. This is the thing, I wanted him to be happy with his dad, and that's what I've accomplished.
It's looking good, Tommy.
Thank you.
You didn't notice me, did you? No? Okay. I want to read that thing on the table, but I don't really have time. Don't really have the piece, even. I can't go over there. So how do I get into the art room? I have to run in there, most likely. But no one's up here, so I can explore up here
Most of you
first.
here knew my grandmother. For those who didn't, I truly wish you had. She was an example for all of us. Her warmth, her caring, and her smile were impossible to forget. It's still hard for me to believe she's gone. Without her, the world is...
Hey, Daddy.
That's why she was crying. She's got to remember, though, she has her own family as well now. Like, I know it's hard, but she has her own family. She's lost someone, but she herself has made life. Her grandmother had her mother, or
Oh,
father,
no.
whichever.
Joe's funeral's the same day as the signing in Eugene, and Paul says they can't move it. He'll understand if I bail because he knows Linda, but Grovefield is a different story. They won't give a damn why I missed it. They'll just get a memo and put it in a spreadsheet somewhere and write me off just a little bit more. And it's not just the timing. If I do the reading, I've got to get that chapter in shape. It's not even remotely ready for anyone to see it. Can't worry about what Paul says. He's my agent. He's supposed to stroke me. And what about Tommy?
Oh, God, yeah, everyone's going to be upset by
Hey,
this.
Mom.
The child will be taking it the hardest. Poor Tommy. Search the house for more clues on Tommy. Anything in here, Tommy? You keeping anything from me, Tommy? I need to know everything, Tommy. Oh, is it your thing that's on the table in the living room, perhaps? Hello. This. Mark the 21st of this month on your calendars. For one day only, watch the world-famous Fighter 5 as they scream across the sky. Witness death-defying feats of flying in a display unlike anything you've ever seen. Guaranteed to blow you away, don't miss it.
Anne, I just got...
I've already done that one. Is that all I needed for Tommy? Yeah. Read. Serious work on that chapter. No. Where's Tommy? There he is. Magazine says there are going to be tons of planes. No, Tommy. That's one thing you're not going to be doing.
I don't even know how to start.
He needs to call and buy a ticket if he's going to the funeral. Where's the phone? Because I think it's clear what has to happen first in this situation. Selecting the phone will choose Linda's resolution for this chapter. Dan and Tommy will be disappointed. But it means that Dan will come to the funeral. They'll have to get a babysitter for Tommy. But unfortunately, even though we have to look after Tommy, it's like, if that chapter does need work... this is a hard one. It's very... Everyone will be emotionally stressed off this. But we've done so much for you, Tommy. You can understand that it's about your mum. It's not about you anymore. We have to get your mum and dad's priorities sorted. And then after this week's over, they can have loads of fun with you. Let's get some work done on the chapter. And then let's go find the ghost books. There's one. Just up and up. There we go. Let's have a read, shall we? The Diary of Kay Williams, May 19th, 1952. I have decided, and I am sure of my decision. I do not know which is right or wrong, only that my choice is my own. It took 3 days. 3 days alone, letting whatever calming influence is here, for I am sure there is something, guide my thoughts. I thought about Jay, and talked with Jay in my mind, and I know this is right. I cannot think about the path not taken, only the one ahead. Oh dear. Oh dear. Is there another book? I'm kind of interested. It's like a novel you can't put down. It's like you're kind of interested, but then again it could kind of be really bad. Anything in here? No. Where is there nothing? Explore the house. Oops. Turned a bit quick there. You can tell I've got the sensitivity up. Usually I turn this down for Bioshock, so it's rather interesting having it higher. Wear my plain shirt. Sorry, Tommy. I know it would have meant a lot for you to go there, but with circumstances it's like there's no way. I'm not seeing the other book. Was there only one book this time? Oh. That's very odd then. There was only one book. There is definitely no books around here. Ah. Hey there. I know you need Dan, and he's doing it. Here we go, Dan. This is what I say. Dan couldn't bear the thought of Linda going to the funeral alone, so he bought a ticket and flew to Denver with her. The funeral was hard for Linda, but having Dan there made it easier to bear. They stayed up late in the night of the funeral as Linda told Dan stories about Grandma Jo, and they talked off maybe being grandparents themselves one day. Yeah. Dan talked Paul into a compromise. He would work on the chapter and send it to Paul as soon as he could. Then Paul would try to talk Brackett into including an excerption in the quarterly in-store preview. It wouldn't have the same impact as the personal appearance, but it would still build some awareness, so he'd still get the book out there. But it does mean that we've upset Tommy. When Dan told Tommy they wouldn't be able to go to the show, Tommy had a crying fit and tried to tear up the magazine. It worried his parents. He hadn't thrown a fit like that for almost a year. It was exactly the kind of thing they'd hoped to avoid by spending the summer in such a quiet, peaceful place. I'm sorry, Tommy. Now we begin the chapter, The Road Ahead, which possibly could be the last chapter. The summer came to an end, and Dan faced a difficult decision. That was going to say, oh no. But anyway, I've paused it there because we are going to end it here. So I hope you enjoyed this. I shall see you next time. Bye bye.